From the hard court to the gridiron. In the wake of the Super Bowl, football fans did not have to wait too long, only 6 days to be exact, to get a pro football fix. The XFL, in its third iteration, kicked off this weekend. One-time college football player turned Hollywood superstar Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of the new owners of the league, which hopes, like The Rock, to combine football skills with Hollywood hype to pump up the XFL. Playing the game, contributor Paul Crane joins us for a recap of the reboot. Paul, we got to talk first about this thriller with the St. Louis Battlehawks with this dramatic comeback win, and they worked within the new rules of the XFL. Tell us how this played out.
This was a wild finish. You would never be able to see it in the NFL or any place else that we're used to watching football, but it didn't take long for some of these new XFL rules to pay dividends. The St. Louis Battlehawks were in San Antonio, and at the end of the game, they were trailing 15-3 when A.J. McCarron, yes, the former Alabama quarterback, hit Akeem Butler for a touchdown that made it 15-9. But you don't kick point after. You can go for 1, 2, or 3. So they went for a 3-point conversion. Wow. That starts at the 10-yard line, and that would pull them within a field goal if they were good. So if we go to the next tape, which we have the 15 at the 10-yard line, they go for at the 10. Here's their 3-point conversion. He hits Austin Prohl. It's good. It's 15-12. So they are within a field goal. So in the NFL or anywhere else, you have to do an onside kick. Right. But instead of an onside kick, they go at their own 25-yard line. It's a 4th and 15. McCarron hits Prohl again. That's a first down. They get to keep the ball. So after that, they drove the length of the field after keeping the possession, and it was McCarron to Prohl again for the touchdown that gave them a win. So
4th and 15, just to be clear here, that's the rule from their own 25-yard line.
You're at your own 25, and you've got a 4th and 15. So you've got one play. Make the first down. You get to keep the ball instead of having the little onside kick, and you have to wait 10 yards, and then people jump on it, and the rarity of an onside kick being recovered. This gives you a little more of a high percentage chance. So
wow, incredible. So tell us about some of the other rule changes, or different rules, I should say, than the NFL.
Something I think, no, those are a little quirky. I don't know that the NFL is going to do those, but this is one I think the NFL should probably consider, and that's their kickoffs. On the kickoffs, the kicking team is at the 35-yard line of the opponent. The receiving team is at the 30-yard line, so they're 5 yards apart. The kicker's all by himself at the other end of the field, kicks off, and the returner gets the ball. Nobody can move until the returner has the ball for 3 yards, and then, or for 3 seconds. And then you have the ability to tackle him. So you keep the kickoff in play. Look at this, but you remove some of those violent collisions. You think about how big and strong and fast these guys are, and they come flying down the field, these collisions. Now you take away that high velocity impact, and you keep the kick return in play. Anyway, I kind of like that one. Then we've seen how you can have 3-point tries. You can have 2 forward passes as long as the first one is behind the line of scrimmage. You get 2-point conversion tries, and you rotate in overtime. And punt returns, you don't flip the field on a punt return. If you punt into the end zone, it comes out to the 35. No coffin corner kicks. If it goes out of bounds inside the 35, comes out to the 35.
All right, so there's a lot of things happening here. Coaches and players also mic'd up. Just really briefly here, is this league going to be able to compete with the NFL, given the fact that all the stars are over there right now?
Right. I think to set the bar at the NFL is making a mistake. Is it an opportunity for players? Remember, over 860 players are good enough to make it to the final cut in an NFL camp and have no place to play. The XFL has a little over 400 players on all its rosters. The upcoming USFL returning has a little over 400. So there's not even enough to service all those type players. And then there's television programming. People love football.
We cannot get enough pro football in this country.
So,
Paul Crane.
NFL, no. Opportunity for players and fans to watch, yes.
And money probably too. We'll be right back.